Work to expand the Midland Metro network has been progressing for around 4 years, and within the next 6 to 12 months, new routes should start to open up, although the extension to Digbeth is at an odd stage. The track along Digbeth High Street was laid some time ago, and a stop close to the bus station was completed last year. But trams won't start running here until 2027. At the other end of the route, construction from Bull Street to Dale End was also completed some time ago, and work along Albert Street, including the construction of a new stop, is almost complete. The new junction from Albert Street onto Moore Street Queensway was largely completed last year, and construction is now progressing past the Clayton Hotel and onto Park Street. However, work cannot currently progress much further onto New Canal Street due to the work being carried out to construct the new HS2 station. A temporary tram stop is therefore being constructed so that part of the line can open before 2027. The temporary stop is currently under construction close to the Clayton Hotel, and a switch has already been installed next to the hotel. The switch that was installed in March will allow trams to reverse and head back west. As I understand it, the Alliance is still aiming to open the temporary stop by the end of 2025 or early 2026. Although the switch and temporary stop required an additional £18 million of funding, I imagine the switch will be a permanent feature and could be used in future to provide operational flexibility. The Midland Metro Alliance is having to wait to get access to the section of New Canal Street which is currently within the HS2 site boundary. But once they can begin work, it shouldn't take long to close the final small gap so that trams can operate to Digbeth. Work does now appear to be getting underway on the section of New Canal Street which isn't within the boundary, with tracks to head towards Meriden Street where the penultimate stop will be constructed. Once open, the stop on Digbeth High Street will be the terminus until the line is extended further east. Digbeth and the new HS2 Curzon Street station will be linked to New Street Station via the proposed service to Edgbaston. Other services are shown as heading to Wolverhampton and to Brierley Hill via the new Western extension. A 6 to 8 minute peak frequency is proposed from Digbeth, which works out to a possible 10 trams per hour frequency. I don't believe it's yet known what the service pattern will be during the peak, but the business case for the Brierley Hill extension shows 2 trams per hour from Brierley Hill to Digbeth, so it's possible 4 could operate to Wolverhampton and 4 to Edgbaston during the peak. Funding to extend the line east to the Sports Quarter development in Bordsley Green was further committed to by the government in July, and will be funded as part of the West Midlands Transport Settlement. A new 60,000 seat stadium is planned to be constructed in Bordsley, so construction of the extension is seen as vital. There have also been rumours that the extension could be seen as an alternative to the relocation of Bordsley railway station, which will have to be moved to make way for the planned cords to be delivered as part of the Midlands rail hub. There are plans to go further east to Solihull and HS2 interchange, but the current settlement only covers the extension to the Sports Quarter. It seems unlikely that work will start on the extension until the routes to Digbeth and possibly Merry Hill are open, but it has been reported that the section to the Sports Quarter could open within the next 5 years. But before work can commence, a Transport and Works Act order must first be granted, with the application scheduled to be submitted in the autumn. Work to extend the network is not only taking place to the east, and work has also been progressing on the Wednesbury to Brierley Hill extension for 4 years. The extension to Dudley and towards Brierley Hill has been split into 2 phases. According to the Alliance, the first phase to Flood Street in Dudley is expected to open later this year. The extension to Merry Hill, however, isn't expected to open until 2028, according to a recent press release. Although the bus interchange in Dudley is being rebuilt, it does look like the tram stop is largely complete. It also looks as though good progress has been made on the Flood Street stop, which will be the terminus until Phase 2 opens. Although the extension to Merry Hill Shopping Centre won't open for another 3 years, progress has already been made on some sections of the route. Most notably the restoration of Parkhead Viaduct, which was once part of the Oxford, Worcester and Wolverhampton Railway. This viaduct has been saved and is being repurposed to carry trams towards Brierley Hill. Around 7 kilometres of the route from Wednesbury to Merry Hill will in fact use part of the old railway alignment. Further stops will be constructed at Cinderbank, Padmore Road and Waterfront Merry Hill. The final stop will be built on the embankment close to the shopping centre. A further extension to Brierley Hill Town Centre seems unlikely to go ahead for the time being. The latest news suggests that Dudley Council will have to work with the combined authority to develop a business case to extend the route into the town centre. The map on the Midland Metro Alliance website, which shows the route, appears to show the Merry Hill stop in grey like the Brierley Hill stop. But early work has in fact started on the embankment to prepare for the construction of the new stop. An official service timetable hasn't yet been published, but the business case document did show a proposed service pattern, which showed trams from Merry Hill travelling to Wolverhampton in 43 minutes, to Digbeth in 58 minutes, and to Edgbaston via New Street in 66 minutes. Although the final service frequency may be subject to change. Local politicians have expressed disappointment that the line won't go all the way to the town centre, but it will surely reduce traffic to the shopping centre, and the stop isn't that far away from the high street. So it may best be served by public realm enhancements from the town centre to the Merry Hill stop. Overall though, the new line will have benefits for Dudley and Brierley Hill, and I wouldn't discount altogether the line going further in future. It may just have to wait until demand can be assessed after the opening of the line in its current form.